So here we've got the Elite Force M4/M16 polymer magazines. You can see this box here. It's got pretty good detailing on it. I mean, if you're asking about the quality of a package, you know, it's got the brand all over it. Picture of what exactly you bought. Check these guys out at Facebook Elite Airsoft or YouTube Elite Force Guns. Pretty cool over there. I know Elite Force Eric, he's a pretty nice dude. Anyways, let's get into this box here. So I'm going to flip this up. Tell this box is also made for displaying maybe at a store shelf somewhere, because you can fold it and bend it and take panels off of it, and it's going to give you everything that you need to show off your product if you're some kind of an airsoft shop. The mags themselves are going to be separated with pieces of cardboard all the way down. You got 10 mags in here. I picked this up for $60 shipped, so it's $6 a mag. I'm pretty happy with that, including the shipping. So I'll show you. This is the black polymer, pretty standard. It's got the Elite Force logo down here at the bottom, Elite Force on the other side. Standard mid cap. This is a 140 round mid cap. Have already gone ahead and preloaded these with some 2Os and put a little silicone oil on them so that you know, they end up lasting for a while, lubed up properly. I only put about 60 rounds in each one. I plan on only running these at probably 100 to 110. This will be the first time that I actually watch what kind of amount of mags, amount of BBs that I put in the mag. So I'll make sure to go and test these later. I'm going to be running the Polar Star, and I'm pretty sure these are going to hold up. I have a couple other ones. They've held up pretty well as far as rounds per second. So pretty standard magazine. It's light. It's the nice thing about airsoft is it doesn't have to be all metal. Of course, you're going to drop this on the ground. It's not going to last as long as, say, a metal mag, but that's something I'm not really worried about. Usually playing in fields or in tall grass and stuff like that. So that's it for the M4 mags. We'll make sure and get a shooting test for you later. Go ahead and move these out of the way. Alright, so we're going to do a little shooting test here with the Elite Force 140 round polymer mid caps. These are brand new. I've only loaded about 40 to 50 rounds in here with some silicone oil just to make sure that the mags are broken in. So I'm going to go ahead and unload these with the Polar Star just to make sure that everything's going to feed and fit right. Fits good. A little bit of wobble, but that's okay. Should be expected with most mags. I mean, nothing in airsoft really ever fits. So go ahead and roll up the Polar Star and then make sure that everything works right. Overall, the Elite Force M4 magazine is exactly what I was looking for. They feed at a high rounds per second, they're lightweight, and with a little care they'll last a really long time. Now let's go check out another review. It's another great product here that Elite Force has come out with. This is the Elite Force Dead Rag. This is for people that don't like to carry a rag or forget their rag or drop it, and it happens a lot. I've lost a lot of dead rags, loaned them to a friend that get you know, dropped. Anyways, so the idea behind this is that you're going to run this through your molly, or what I've been doing is I've actually been running it through my lanyard for my gun, my sling. So it's actually, instead of sitting like this, it sits sideways on my shoulder. It's a lot easier to load sideways like that, for me at least. The idea behind this is you get hit, pull the rag, and there you go. So you got yourself a dead rag here. After using this a couple of times, I definitely know that I really like the product. I would buy another one. I think there's some tan ones coming out. A couple things that I've noticed. One is that you get a lot of this red from the rag stuck here. So, you know, it's not a really big deal. You don't really see it too often. It does stuff in really well. Doesn't take much. You don't have to be careful with it or anything like that. The tab at the end, the little patch, is actually going to have some Velcro on the back of it. So here's the Velcro. push that in far enough. Make sure it's all the way in, and you can just stick it back on there. So next time you're ready to go, just boom. So the only thing I would really change on this is that maybe I could have a universal mounting, you know, so I can mount it up and down or sideways. I don't know. All I know is that you really have to set this underneath your molly so that it stays on, because you're going to be pulling it. So, and last but not least, let's talk about the biggest, newest, baddest daddy of them all. This is the Elite Force SL14. Okay, they only had 1,000 of these come out on the first run, so I jumped on top of it when I had a chance to buy it. When people ask me if it's worth buying, I tell them to buy 2. But the packaging on this one's pretty much the same as the MAGS. You know, nice bright colors, Elite Force everywhere. Does give you the instruction manual on the back here, what exactly to do with it, how many rounds it holds and whatnot. So hell, I already have some Elite Force 2.5s already set up inside of it. Inside you get your standard directions, but I'm a guy, so I don't really care about directions. Registration card from Umarex. Make sure you send that in case something happens to your product. Cool display case again. Take this out, get rid of the box. Okay, so here's the SL14. It does look a lot like a shotgun. In fact, it's been mistaken for a shotgun like about 10 times since I started using it. It's all plastic. There's some parts on it that I think maybe it would break if they hit the ground. This tab right here. Handle probably could break. Doesn't seem too sturdy. I mean, I keep it in the box. I don't throw it or anything. So, and I wouldn't be using this on the field. So it's got a pretty simple design here. You load your BBs, which conveniently load the Elite Force BBs in. Drop them right in there. Get 1,800 rounds into that one. So the idea is you grab your Elite Force mag. You're going to turn it backwards. Put it down in there. Give it a good push and you're good to go right there. Okay, so you're supposed to tilt this back and forth to get the BBs to load into the chamber. I find that if you're twisting it a little bit like this while doing that motion, you get it. It's a lot easier. It's not a perfect science, but once you have it loaded up, you got 40 BBs right here in the chamber. You're just gonna rack it like a shotgun. Boom, that's it, 40 rounds. So this makes it a lot easier to control the amount of BBs that you're putting in. Say you want to be careful with the amount so that you don't break anything. But a couple things I noticed about this. First off, it's really loud. It's a lot louder than a normal speed loader, little thumb speed loader, which is kind of the trade-off. But the fact that it works so well, it doesn't really matter. It did come a little bit shiny as far as grease goes for this track, which is fine, doesn't really bother me. I'm usually wearing gloves playing Airsoft anyways, I don't care. Another thing that I found is that when you load all your BBs, say you want to load a different weight, you gotta turn it over and shake it and get rid of all these BBs. So I wouldn't load it up with 1,800 rounds every time, not unless you always shoot a certain weight. I tend to change weights. Lately I've just been shooting whatever it is that I got in my box, so try to go to heavier weights from now on. But anyways, Elite Force SL14, this thing right here, like I said, buy 2 of them. There's nothing like loading up 10 med caps before your buddy's only loaded like 2. So this right here runs about $40 retail. So I would definitely pick one up on the next run, which should be coming up soon. All right. Make sure you check out Elite Force Airsoft. What's in your mag, baby? It's all Elite Force. You got the 2.5 bios. If you want them heavier, they go as far as the 3.2 bios. Milsim Max right here. So great BBs, lots of polish. Never had a jam any problem. So check us out. www.vipertacticalairsoft.com and eliteforceguns.com. He said there ain't no